Hi and welcome back. I'm in chapter 2 here in the wonderful book by Neville Goddard, and Your Faith is Your Fortune. And in chapter 2, you shall decree. I like just to study every day, and then what I do is I take a particular chapter from a book, and at the minute I'm reading Your Faith is Your Fortune by Neville Goddard, and then I pull a chapter apart and make my study notes and understand what I take from it. So let's get started. So Neville is saying, he starts with a quote. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I send it. Isaiah 55:11. Man shall decree a thing, and it will come to pass. Man has always decreed that which has appeared in his world. He is today decreeing that which is appearing in his world, and he shall continue to do so as long as man is conscious of being man. So it's a powerful little paragraph, and he's saying here that man has decreed that which has appeared in his word. So anything that has appeared in your world, Neville is saying that you have already ordered this. You've already ordered and created it in your conscious mind. And the reason that it's been created in your conscious mind, it was then appearing in your world. Nothing has ever appeared in man's world but what man decreed that it should. This you may deny, but try as you will, you cannot disprove it, for this decreeing is based upon a changeless principle. Man does not command things to appear by his words, which are, more often than not, a confession of his doubts and fears. Decreeing is ever done in consciousness. So what he's saying here is, he's saying that whatever it is you create in your mind, it will appear. It's the law. And a lot of times we create by the use of words, and we're thinking we're creating things by the use of our words. And a lot of these times that we are using words of doubt and fear, and when we use such words, we are actually creating more doubt and more fear. Every man automatically expresses that which he is conscious of being, without effort or the use of words. At every moment of time, man is commanding himself to be and possess that which his consciousness of being and possessing, that which he is conscious of being and possessing. So he says it's not man-made or anything. It automatically expresses that which he is conscious of being. So whatever you're conscious of being will be automatically produced in reality. What a powerful line. Every man automatically. He's not saying that this is created in any form or any fashion. It's automatic. It's done. So whatever you're thinking will be done unto you. This changeless principle of expression is dramatized in all the Bibles of the world. The writers of our sacred books were illuminated mystics, past masters in the art of psychology. In telling the story of the soul, they personified this impersonal principle in the form of a historical document, both to preserve it and to hide it from the eyes of the uninitiated. Today those whom this great treasure has been entrusted, namely the priesthoods of the world, have forgotten that the Bibles are psychological dramas representing the consciousness of man. In their blind forgetfulness, they now teach their followers to worship its characters as men and women who actually lived in time and space. So what Neville is getting at here and saying is that a lot of the times we reflect on the characters within the Bible and our spiritual books as characters, when what he's saying is that it's actually the characters are within our conscious mind, and they are all psychological dramas. So everything is created in our conscious mind, and the characters are psychological dramas representing the consciousness of that mind. It's a powerful line or two. When man sees the Bible as a great psychological drama with all its characters and actors as the personified qualities and attributes of his own consciousness, then and only then will the Bible reveal to him the light of its symbology. This impersonal principle of life, which made all things, is personified as God. This Lord God, creator of heaven and earth, is discovered to be man's awareness of being. If man were less bound by orthodox and more intuitively observant, he could not fail to notice in the readings of the Bibles that the awareness of being is revealed hundreds of times throughout this literature. To name a few, I am hath sent me unto you. Be still, and I know that I am God. I am the Lord, and there is no God. I am the shepherd. I am the door. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the way. I am the beginning and the end. So what Neville again is saying here is that everything is within you, in your conscious mind. And you create it. I am the beginning and the end. I am the resurrection and the life. Your own consciousness creates whatever it is that you desire. I am man's unconditioned awareness of being is revealed as Lord and Creator of every conditioned state of being. If man would give up his belief in a God apart from himself, recognize his awareness of being to be God, this awareness fashions itself in the likeness and image of its conception of itself. He would transform his world from a barren waste to a fertile field of his own liking. So it's a man's unconditioned awareness. So it's limitless. It's unconditioned. There is no condition that you cannot create. And once you become aware that your mind is limitless, it's unconditioned, you can create every condition of state of being. You can create anything you want. It's just allow yourself to have the ability to create it, and allow and understand that everything is in your conscious mind that you can create. The day man does this, he will know that he and his Father are one, but his Father is greater than he. He will know that his consciousness of being is one with that which his consciousness of being, but that his unconditioned consciousness of being is greater than his conditioned state or his conception of himself. So a lot of the time, again, what Neville is saying here is that our unconditioned consciousness of being, which is limitless, our conscious mind can create anything once we allow it and just let it take control and do and create, is a lot more powerful than its conditioned state. So a lot of the times we create situations, we force situations, We have our perspective of how things should turn out. We see the result that we want. But if we let our consciousness control it and take control of the situation and let our consciousness, which is unlimited, create the situation, a lot of the times, if not all of the times, the result will be way, way better when you let your consciousness control the situation, because it's limitless. When man discovers his consciousness to be the impersonal power of expression, which power eternally personifies itself in its conceptions of himself, he will assume and appropriate that state of consciousness which he desires to express. In so doing, he will become that state of expression. So whatever you create in your consciousness, in doing so, he will become that state in expression. You will express what is created in your consciousness. Ye shall decree a thing, and it shall come to pass. What a powerful line. Ye shall decree a thing, and it shall come to pass. Can now be told in this manner: you shall become conscious of being or possessing a thing, and you shall express or possess that which you are conscious of being. Whatever you create again in your consciousness will be expressed. You shall express or possess that which you are conscious of being. The law of consciousness is the only law of expression. The only way anything can be expressed is when you create it in your conscious mind first. I am the way. Your conscious mind is the way. I am the resurrection. Consciousness is the way, as well as the power which resurrects and expresses all that man will ever be conscious of being. Turn from the blindness, the uninitiated man who attempts to express and possess those qualities and things which he is not conscious of being and possessing, and be as the illuminated mystic who decrees on the basis of this changeless law. Consciously claim yourself to be that which you seek. Appropriate the consciousness of that which you see, and you too will know the status of the true mystic as follows. I become conscious of being. I am still conscious of being it, and I shall continue to be conscious of being it until that which I am conscious of being is perfectly expressed. Yes, I shall decree a thing, and it shall come to pass. I became conscious of being it. I am still conscious of being it, and I shall continue to be conscious of being it until. So what you do here is what Neville is saying is that I am conscious of being it. You create it in your conscious mind, and you're conscious of living through it and doing it. And I am still conscious of being it. And I shall continue to be conscious of being it until that which I am conscious of being is perfectly expressed. So you use all the tools that you have, the laws, the different faculties that you have, and you keep using these tools until that which I am conscious of being is perfectly expressed. I've seen people look at this in different ways, like it's the putting together and baking of a cake. They put all the different faculties that you have, and you use them all in a situation then, and you put the cake mix, the flour, the butter, the whatever goes into the raisins and everything that's added into a cake mix. And each one of these is one of your faculties, so that when you're putting everything together and you mix it all together and then you put the cake into the oven, what you're doing then is that you're not looking inside the oven every 5 or 10 minutes. If it takes 30 minutes to cook the cake or bake the cake, that if you're looking in every 5 minutes into the oven to see what the result is going to be, what will happen is the heat from the oven will release, and it's going to take longer then to create. So if we just leave the door of the oven closed, we've already put all the ingredients in and we've mixed them all up together, which is our conscious mind, and we let it be. We let it be till it's ready. And when it's ready, the oven of the door of the oven will be opened onto us with the result of a beautiful cake. But what we do a lot of the times is, with our consciousness, we create things and we look for a result that we want, not a result that the laws will give us. The law of consciously is expressed. The law of consciousness is the only law of expression. So with the cake example, is you just create everything with your tools and your wonderful faculties that you have, and you put all the ingredients together and you keep creating. You keep creating, and then when you have that created and you hold it in your consciousness, you do not touch that door, the oven door, until it's revealed to you, which is 100% going to be revealed to you when it's ready. Again, thank you for watching. I'll be back shortly with another study. I hope you find them helpful. I would really appreciate your comments, because I'm really fascinated by Neville Goddard's work, and I'm really fascinated how other people see what is written, because then and only then can we grow and I grow. And it's a hugely fun way to study, because I see then how other people see scripture and how it's written. Again, if you'd like to follow my channel, please follow the channel, and I hope you find value in it, because it's here. It's just my way of studying. I appreciate it, and I'm grateful for anybody that actually watches it. Have an amazing day.